Greetings, YouTube. As anyone that's watched my channel in the past, and specifically any of the videos I've done on mental health knows, I suffer from mental illness. Suffer from anxiety, depression, and PTSD. Um, and as far as the depression is concerned, I have been taking antidepressants. I am taking Wellbutrin. At the time of this filming, I'm still on a 100 milligram per day dosage. I'll be upping that to 275 milligram pills in the very near future. Um, and I really like having serotonin in my brain. And recently, I was able to come up with a really concrete reason why. All right, so in a 4-week span, I got some major body blows to my psyche. Now, in the past, any single one of these could have started me down a negative cascade. And once I start down that cascade, it's hard to come out. And all 4 of these in a 4-week period in the past would have put me into a very deep hole. On top of the fact that I just finished my 4th 6-day week in a row, and I have no idea how many more I'm looking at in the future. In fact, by the time you see this, I will probably be coming up on my number 6. In fact, at this moment right now, I have been awake. See, I've had 4 hours of sleep since Saturday night when I woke up at 9:40, and it is 1 p.m. on Monday afternoon. I have 4 hours of sleep since that time. So yeah, my sleep schedule is crap. I'm working too many hours, and I'm doing it because capitalism is terrible, and I don't have a choice. Now, the body blows I got hit with were both direct and indirect. Some of the indirect ones where I was found out that my friend, who I've known for 35 years, in a month-long period in her life, lost both her parents to COVID-19. Gone. They were in the same full care facility because they both had cognitive issues of one kind or another, and now they're gone. Then one of my coworkers I saw on a Saturday morning, and I said hello to him. And like me, he went home that Saturday after work, and he went to sleep because he was going to come to work that Saturday night like I did. And I didn't really think anything of it when I didn't see him. I don't always work in the same area he does. I work in a very big building. It's very easy to go many, many days or even weeks without seeing somebody. And he went to sleep just like I did, and he didn't wake up. He was 27. I don't know what killed him. Then my father had a moderate stroke, and he is going to need some kind of support, and I am not in a place financially or mentally to deal with that either right now in my life. He's not in any danger. He has the VA system to rely on, and my father actually has a hell of a lot of money. Besides being an alcoholic for most of his life, he was also a workaholic and earned a lot of money and invested a lot of it, and has done really well. He didn't do so well in the tech boom when it went bust. And when that tech bubble burst, he got hit pretty hard. But he's still doing very well. So he's not in any danger of not getting the help he needs. But he still had a moderate stroke, and that wasn't something I wanted to hear or find out about in my life either. It's still a blow to my psyche. Then lastly, during a routine exam, they found a lump in my wife's breast, and she had a biopsy, and then of course we're just waiting. And finally the results came in, and my wife does not have cancer. She does, however, now have a small titanium bead inside her body so that they can find a location more easily in the future because they keep an eye on that kind of thing. But all of these things, boom, 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 on top of working 6 days a week and not having nearly as much time as I want to spend with my wife or my hobbies, would have put me in a very bad place. But I'm not there. And in fact, not only am I not there, but I have begun to deconstruct some of the negative dialogue scripts that have been living inside my head for my entire life. or at least the behavior of having negative dialogue scripts. The specific scripts vary over the years and vary from situation to situation, but the fact that they've always been there for my whole life hasn't changed until now. So even under the psychic load of these negative things that have happened recently, thanks to having serotonin in my brain, not only was I able to weather those events, but I was also able to tackle breaking down and removing negative behaviors that I've had for 40 years. That's saying something. There will be a separate video where I talk about the specifics of that because it's kind of interesting. So I'm real happy I've got serotonin in my brain. And I'm really happy I found the one that seems to be working for me, Wellbutrin. And I think I'm creeping up on the dosage that's going to finally get me to the point where I am fairly close to being on par with a healthy brain. Because I noticed a difference between 75 and 100 milligrams. So I'm hoping that going to 150, but spread out a little bit over the course of the day, because it'll be 75 and 75 instead of one just, bigger hit once a day. That will finally get me to the point where I will be normal, more neurotypical, I guess. I don't know what you want to call it, but maybe better off, able to maybe tackle some of the chaos that's around me. You can see in the room behind me that I've come to realize is something I don't want anymore. So now I need to get rid of it. I need to organize it. I need to decide what do I keep and what I don't. Do a little Marie Kondo kind of thing, And I couldn't do that. I couldn't even entertain the damn thought without having serotonin in my brain. So let's hear it for serotonin. Let's hear it for having the chemical and behavioral tools we need to tackle the problems in our lives. Let's hear it for being wise enough and brave enough and strong enough for reaching out to get the help we need. That's strength. Asking for help is strength. I mean, nobody's going to try lifting a car on their own. You're going to ask help if you want to move that car. And no one would bat an eye about you asking for help for moving a car. Well, no one should bat an eye if you want help moving the weight you got in here. Ask for the help. Get the chemicals. Do the therapy. Talk to your friends. Make absurd YouTube videos. Do what you have to do to be happy and healthy. And for me, I've had the videos for almost 12 years. I've had the friends. And now I've got the chemicals. So I'm doing better. I quite frankly really like serotonin.